Hello Zenga, how are you? Fantastic. I did ask everyone to ask me questions. Usually gets me in trouble. But, yeah, so everyone left me a bunch of interesting questions, so I'm going to try and answer them for you. Unconventional Butterfly asked me what was worse, slow drivers or the lady that pays in pennies at the register. I would definitely have to say the pennies. You can probably mosey around the slow driver or drive past them, but let me tell you what really gets my goat, really irks me, is when old ladies are driving slowly because they're counting pennies. Don't even get me started. It's just horrific. Theodan, Theologian's Cafe, asked me what my real hair color is. This, unfortunately, is it. Your Paper Heart asked me what I was most addicted to right now at this very moment. This, and this guy. Who isn't, right? Birikua Chick 2008, I'm so sorry, I know I pronounced that totally wrong, asked me if I wanted to end world hunger, how would I do it, what countries would I help, and why? Well, since it's world hunger, it'd be very hard to determine which countries I would be choosing to help. I think if I had more money, I would definitely be donating large amounts of money or opening up an organization or something to help certain countries. And I'd certainly probably go for the countries that I saw as being the most in need. We're probably talking about Africa, parts of Thailand, you know, stuff like that. It really kind of irks me when people say that there are people who are starving in America. Hungry, yes. Starving, very few. Blue or Red Pill asked me what I would do if I had $1 million, or rather were given $1 million. Part of it would definitely be go to the cause for the world hunger. But I have to say that I really I would love a chance to help my family. We live in California. Right now, California has a huge unemployment rate. Everybody's getting their hours cut, their payment cut. My dad recently had his insurance cut. No health insurance for my entire family. They do not own a home. I would love to buy them home. And I'd love to buy a home for me and my husband as well, because I think it's just security. You know, you'd have it. You know, you put some money back to pay off all of the related bills that would be coming with it, but definitely houses for everybody, I think. Steph X4 asked if I could do anything with the rest of my life, what would I do? Eat chocolate? Who wouldn't, right? Assuming that you meant work, probably act or write or something along those lines. Explorn! Elvis, Jesus, and Dr. Seuss, who were all up in heaven and sat down to have breakfast together, and they decided they wanted donuts. And then he makes it a point to say, and since you commented that you were a donut maker, I was wondering what kind of donuts would you make them and why? I would love to tell you right now that I have no idea where you saw that I commented that I was a donut maker. However, going to your Xanga site and looking over your Xanga posts, I would say that you're probably a pretty quirky guy, so you'll probably be yesing me on that. Definitely my answer is going to have to be jelly. Why? Long answer. Jesus would eat anything that you gave him. Elvis liked peanut butter and banana sandwiches. Jelly's just a step away. And Dr. Seuss just seems like a jelly kind of guy. I mean, green eggs and ham, right? So, simple answer, why the heck not? Lanny, I think that's how you pronounce your name. What do you feel is your greatest strength in life? And second question she asked me was, and as an aspiring actress, what role would you most like to play? As an aspiring actress, I'd like to speak. That's what I'd like. Greatest strength, personally, I think my greatest strength is actually my creativity and my imagination. At the moment, yeah, I think that those two definitely would be my greatest strengths. I don't know, I've heard a lot of people tell me that I care for people really well, so I don't know, maybe something like that. As an aspiring actress, oh, this is going to sound like such a cop-out or so contrived. Might even sound proud, but I know that this sounds horrible, but I'd really like a chance to play myself. Yeah, I honestly think that if there were a story about my life, and somebody decided to make a script and write it and direct it and get it really right, it would be an extremely dramatic role to play. There would be lots of sadness. There'd be lots of drama, and that's the kind of oomph that actresses and actors really look for. Something they can portray where there's a lot of drama, and because I'm so imaginative and I'm a writer and I do all these crazy things and I do art and stuff like that, there'd be these, crazy moments in this movie or play or whatever where, like, things would be, like, popping off the screen and, stuff like that. I think it would just be awesome. I mean, when I was a kid, my imagination at times was about all that I had, so I think that definitely a chance to step into the world of LKJ Slane, I think that would be awesome to portray. Unfortunately, I had to pick someone besides myself, Mercutio from Romeo and Juliet, which, as I'm sure we know, is not going to happen. So, I have no idea how to pronounce your name. Nuirxestel? Nuirxestel? Oh my gosh. What's a defining moment in your life and why? And if you had any superpower, what would it be? A defining moment in my life, which should have never been, was in 1990. I was 8, do the math. I won't tell you what it was because that's something that I only really share with friends and family. People are sadistic. But it left me scarred, and I guess because at the time no one knew also that I had a particular mental condition. Don't worry, nothing dangerous or life-threatening. And it, I don't know, it kind of crushed me for years. Superpower, it's going to have to be flight. Although others come to mind like invisibility and mind reading. I am invisible to the naked eye, and I have read minds before. I'm very good at the mind game, so I already have those powers. So it's going to have to be flight, because I haven't flown yet. Dark Waver asked me if I wanted to read a page of his story. Yes. A page, a scene, 4 pages. Just make sure it's good. I don't want to read some random thing where, like, the page says, and he said, I hate squirrels. The end. Want to read something good. So give me something good, okay? He asked me this really weird question from an anime. If I had the ability to change into a male, and the only way to do it was with water, and you could only be female via hot water, what would I do with it? I don't know. If I had the ability to change into a man, I would. Yes, I would. What would I do with it? That's yet to be determined. And then he also came back around to ask me what the most exciting thing that I ever did was. The most exciting thing that I've ever done has got to be getting married. I mean, that was exciting as crazy. It's a total leap into the water. It still is. I don't know what's going on around here half the time. So, that's a day-to-day exciting. If you're not married yet, don't let anyone tell you that it's not exciting. It's a whopping whirl. It's crazy. It's really crazy. And no, I'm not on drugs. Kate Leigh H. Kate Leigh, who's a good friend of mine in real life, by the way, asks if there is any character or archetype, I can't speak, that I shy away from. Not really. I've pretty much done it all. Knowing some of the horrific types of characters that I've written, I couldn't really say that I'd stay away from anyone. I mean, I guess that there are some that maybe I wouldn't touch with a 39.5-foot pole, but for the most part, ultimately, not really.